today on Divorce Court.
Mike and myself, we got together based off opposite attractions. We found everything intriguing, and those opposites brought us here today because now we're clashing.
Leslie and I have different lifestyles. She's a party animal, and I'm not.
I wish that he would change his ways because he's cheap, he's boring, and I'm just fed up with not getting no kind of attention when it comes to the romance.
I love Leslie, and I'm here willing to work on our issues for the sake of our marriage and our kids.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Leslie Graves and Michael Graves. Mr. and Mrs. Graves, you've been together for 14 years, married for 11. However, there have been some monumental, significant changes throughout the course of your marriage, which has caused some monumental, significant troubles within your marriage. So we're going to start with you, Mrs. Graves. Why don't you tell me what's going on?
Well, me and Michael got together off the chat line, and what we started was very different from the previous relationships that I had, and I found that intriguing. Well, the opposite that we had grew us here today.
Okay. Well, what happened?
We stopped going out. He stopped being more attentive. You know, he became cheap, lazy, don't want to go nowhere, don't want to do nothing.
Reasons.
Cheap, lazy, and don't want to do nothing.
Yes. It just got boring. And I'm kind of the party girl. I like to go out. I like to have fun. I like to be center of attention. I like to live life.
Right.
You know.
And he's not living life.
He's living on the couch.
He's living on the couch. Mr. Graves,
I'm
your wife
taking
says
care-
you're living on the couch. Is that
I'm
true?
taking care of responsibilities. That's
Taking
what I'm
care of
doing.
responsibility.
I have a job where I work anywhere up to 20 hours a day. Well, 16 hours a day. Let me take that back. I'm gone all the time, but I'm home when I can be. I'm in the transportation industry. I'm a truck driver. Recently moved over to dispatching position, so now I'm home more frequently.
Right.
Miss Graves is right about one thing. She definitely is a party girl.
Right.
When
And
I met her, we had totally different lifestyles. She likes to go out a lot. She likes to drink, party. She used to be part of a motorcycle social club where she was gone all the time.
This is a whole new thing for me. Women in motorcycle clubs, it's become a common theme out here. It's a new, that's all right, you know, but
Well,
I'm just saying.
it's all right, but when you leave at 5 o'clock p.m. one day and don't come home until 5 or 6 o'clock a.m. the next day,
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Do you do
know?
that, Mrs. Graves?
Well, first
Tell the
off,
truth.
yes, I
You're in
did.
court. Tell the
And he
truth.
knew of it, and he had the opportunity to go and hang out with me because we can bring our spouses. He chose not to. He don't like to do nothing. He would let me go out, have fun with your friends. Go do the party thing. Go do the club thing. Just come home to me.
Let me say this. I understand that you went through a significant change throughout the course of your marriage, which you believe caused a lot of friction, and I want you to tell me what that is.
Oh, I had the weight loss surgery back in 2009, and he told I was 409 pounds. And yes, thank you. 409 pounds, Your Honor.
There's a whole lot to go with that weight loss.
He told me when I lost the weight, I done lost my mind, but
Yes,
in
she
reality,
did.
I gained some sense.
She lost half her brain. She lost the
Do you have
common
a
sense
picture of the
part.
way you
I do. I have
and
a
the way you
picture
look now?
before and after. And I even brought the shirt that I wore in my Daisy Dukes.
You went, okay, let's
I
see
was
the
a
Daisy
big
Dukes.
woman, and these were my Daisy Dukes.
Wow.
I could put myself in one side of the plate, you know, in one side, and this was the shirt XXX.
I will not take the weight
I will
loss.
tell you this, though. You were beautiful both ways.
Yes, she was.
And that's why I was very confident on how I looked.
You know, you were beautiful both. That's a pretty way.
Now-
I know you're happier the way you are now, but you were beautiful both ways.
Your Honor, this comes with a price. It came with the price of almost killing her marriage off and her kids.
Well, what changed when she changed?
After she started getting starting to lose the weight, her head went Jack in the Box real quick. She started she was beautiful before. She was always confident, always beautiful, but she started getting that head where I couldn't tell her nothing. She wanted to go out with her friends every day, drink every day, party every day, and she did. And that caused a significant problem with the surgery. the smoking, the drinking. She had like 6 surgeries prior, right after that, for perforated ulcers and all kind of medical problems.
Mrs. Graves,
From going
after
right back to the
all that
partying.
surgery and weight loss,
But-
you were messing, you were fouling up that beautiful body?
Let
You
me
know
tell you
what,
though.
Your Honor? He was
Your
the
Honor,
reason
no,
why
let
I
me tell
smoked
you.
and drank.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
I would sit there and I would tell her. She promised me before the surgery, we had to go through counseling. The doctor told her and me, sat us down and said, your libido's gonna go, you're gonna get arrogant. Everything he told us that was gonna
It's
happen.
exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened. Exactly
No.
what
Did
happened.
your libido go?
She got big-headed. She wanted to go.
Yeah.
There was an instant when we were at her mom's house at a barbecue in the backyard. And she was drinking, and she talking about how all these men now all of a sudden want to have sex with her because they looking at her and, ooh, you look good, and ooh, you this and that. I'm sitting right next to her like, you know, so I grabbed the beer because I'm thinking she drinking too much and she talking too much. And
you
me and
need to
her got
stop.
a little
No,
struggle
first off,
going.
it
I
wasn't
said,
that
you
I
know
was
what?
drinking too much
She
and
was.
doing all
Hang
that.
on, Miss
He
Green,
wasn't
let him
paying me
respond.
no never mind, okay?
No.
And all
No, wait,
attention
wait.
at the time was
She got
good
beat.
attention
No.
for me. So at the time, he wasn't giving me the adequate attention that I was wanting. And so when I was getting it from other people, I wasn't feeding off it, or I wasn't
Yes, you
wasn't
was.
responding to it. But it felt good just to be acknowledged. It felt good to be noticed because oh, you look all right,
Your
okay.
Honor, Your
Yes,
Honor, that
yes.
ain't the case. Exaggerline, that's what she's doing right now. She's
Exaggerline.
exaggerline. Because what it was I was still trying to maintain the family, but she was
Maintaining
getting
the stock.
a lot of attention, some negative, some positive, whatever it was. I've always loved her, big, small, whatever. I've never said anything before her surgery. She can never tell you that I've ever called her fat, complained about her weight or anything. Never did. If you see our marriage picture, she was big in our marriage picture, and I was smiling just as hard then. When she was going through her sicknesses and illness, I was right there with her. I still had the family to maintain, and she couldn't do it because she was sick. She was off work.
Right.
When she started getting all this attention, it wasn't that I wasn't giving her attention. It was that she wasn't getting all the woo-woos that was going on. She wasn't
Now
getting
be
that.
honest, Mrs. Graves, that does tend to turn a person's head when all of a sudden the whole world takes notice of what you look like. You can't tell me you didn't enjoy that just a bit.
It felt fantastic, and I ran with it. I did.
Yeah, she ran with it. You hear her, she ran with it.
You know, for him to say that he was too busy maintaining the household, yeah, please, that's everyday living. That's life. You got to live it beyond just paying bills. And he wasn't even a good budgeter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what you're saying is, though we do have to do what we do to maintain life, we
Yes.
also have to live it as
Exactly.
well during it. So that leads me to my next question is, my understanding is that you pretty much just stopped having sex with this guy after you lost the weight.
After I did have the surgery, yes, it did go, you know, my I don't know.
Libido?
Yeah, it was just gone. And he didn't make it no better by come service me, come give me some, hook me up. I mean, there was no intimacy, there was no romance, there was nothing. Just come and hook me up.
So as I was saying, the living life that you were living didn't include much sex anymore, as Mr. Graves says. Is that accurate?
Yes. Well, you know,
Explain that to me.
when we first got together, he was still involved with somebody, I was still involved with somebody, and we kind of kept it sexual. So it was his work schedule, my work schedule. It was just more of a hit and miss. So he was like the, you know, just the call.
Hit it and quit it and go on home.
Go on about your business. And so then we made it official. Once we made it official, it was still pretty much, you know, live, you know, in the room. But after
Your
I did
Honor.
have the surgery, yes, it did go, you know, my I don't
Libido?
know. Yeah, it was
Object.
just gone.
Object. Can I
And he didn't
object?
make it no better by come service me, come give me some, hook me up. I mean, there was no
No
intimacy, there was
romance,
no
no-
romance, there was nothing. Just come and hook me up.
Yeah,
Okay, Mr. Graves, what is your
She's got a
commentary?
bad memory because this is how it goes. After this surgery, She did do what she was partying all the time, never home, gone from 2 o'clock in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. So after a while, my intimacy level with her slowed down because it's like, well, you're not here,
Right.
you know? But as far as come service me and all that, she knows that's a joke. I used to do that as a joke. But now, Miss Not Right Now, right here, let me tell you about Miss Not Right Now. Her name is Miss NRN. Because whenever I ask her for intimacy, not right now. She on her video game, not right now.
You need to get the WD-40 because he's so tight he's squeaking right now. Get the WD-40.
Miss Graves.
She complains.
You complain of a lack of romance, but how is he to be romantic when you're not in the house?
When he's there, oh no, I'm in the house, and when I'm in the house, I'm usually with the kids. And my kids are 4.0, all into sports, academically inclined, everything.
Kudos to you on that one.
I stay on them like white on rice. But this man right here, the 2 days that he was home, all he did was sleep. He went from the bedroom to the toilet, and that's in the same room.
Yeah,
and then he would go into the kitchen, make him a plate, eat in the bedroom, leave his plate next to him, and go to sleep. What type of life is that?
Yeah,
sleeping all day, eating all day.
Mr. Graves?
I'm gone all week long. I'm in a truck all week long. I come home to no dinner. I come home to no loving. It's no, how was your day? It's no, well, let me, you know, let's go out and have. I take her out. When we go out, we go to dinner or movies. That's not good enough.
Ask him the last time we went out on a date.
That's not good enough for her. Because she don't appreciate it. That's why I don't.
What it is that he was so used to us just going to every buffet. That's his way of going out.
Oh, my God.
Anytime we go somewhere, it's got to be a buffet. No, Your Honor, we go to a restaurant, and it's not even a buffet, but this man will make it a buffet and have 3 plates in front of him. I mean, everywhere we go, it's got to be food. I can't eat like I used to. I can't even think about eating like I used to. So I like to dance.
Yeah,
I like to go out. I like to mingle. He don't like to do that. So in other words, if I'm not eating, we ain't gonna do nothing.
I got a budget that even though she say I don't have, I gotta pay. I gotta pay the rent. I pay the utilities when we have them. I pay everything. Everything basically comes out of my check.
Are you guys flush? I mean, is everything cool on that regard,
no.
or is buying stuff a problem? Ms. Graves, you call him Take Back Mike because he is so cheap. Please give me an example of how cheap Mr. Graves is.
Your Honor, we went shopping at the mall, and we bought some shoes and a couple of other items. He felt bad, or he thought about the money he could save, so he went back and took it back. I'm like, why did you take it back? Because I felt guilty.
You know why I felt guilty? Because I got kids to feed, rent to pay, car payments. I got a budget. I got a budget that even though she say I don't have, I gotta pay. I gotta pay the rent. I pay the utilities when we have them. I pay everything. Everything basically comes out of my check.
Are you guys flush? I mean, is everything cool on that regard,
no.
or is buying stuff a problem?
Buying stuff was a problem because he don't like to give me no money.
Wow.
He talking about all this money he making from being gone all the time.
You say you can't afford it.
She keeps her own checks. I don't ask her for no money for nothing.
Oh, no, that's
I don't
Take
ask
Back
her for no
Mike.
money. She keeps her checks.
I understand you brought a chart of your budget.
Yes, I do. Of the last few months of what we've had to do. We don't have a car. My car broke down
Tell
on
her
my
why
way
we don't have a car, 'cause
my
you
car
got it
broke
took from
down
me.
on my way to work.
Oh, you got fancy with it.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Wow, really?
Now, that's our rent. Right now, we're in a rental car that we have to share going back and forth to work. I pay $1,600 a month for that rental car. It's the car we came down here in fact.
Now, Mr. Graves, you have got to be able to find a better solution than $1,600 a month in a rental car.
This is the problem. I got to get to work every day. This rental car has cost me that much because the car is not actually that much, but when you don't have insurance, they add it together and it's double the price. So I'm paying that, trying to find a car. I have to, we're
get
sharing.
a little hoopty for $1,000.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I pay all the bills. Ask her when's the last time she paid the rent? When she paid the utility. I pay all of that out of my check.
I paid the bills. When I first got with him, I was paying everything because he didn't have a job. He was doing little odds and ends and whatnot, trying to make, things happen. But I paid it for the first 7 years. I did myself. Now that he got this good paying job to where he can, let me kick back. Let me keep my little money.
I understand. No, wait, hang on, Mrs. Graves. Let me kick back, but you kicking back to the tune of negative $1,240 a month. Do you know how big a hole you're digging?
He's
just because you want to kick back? No, it's not a he, it's a we.
You know?
No, you guys in this thing together.
No, he puts me in it when it's overbearing for him. But when he thinks he's got everything in control, he likes to micromanage me. So, you know, it's like, it's kind of hard when you got somebody all in your ear telling me what I need to do, and then when I do it, oh, you ain't doing it right. Let me do it. And it's like that with the budget. When I took us out of debt,
Wow.
he told me
when was this?
in February when I paid your folks the $200 debt.
Wow.
He says,
she did it one
Your
time
Honor,
out of 11 years, Your Honor. One
because
time
the first
she gets
7
us
I
out
took
of
care of
debt.
him. Anyhow, when I paid it this past February, I paid $4,200 of our past debt.
Right.
We were zero balance. By June of the same year this year, we were back to where we started from because he quit his job.
She wanted me to quit because she said that it was hurting our marriage, and she calls me Mr. ATM.
Ain't nothing hurt a marriage like not having a job.
Well, no, Your Honor.
Talk about
Your
hurting a
Honor.
marriage.
She calls me Mr. ATM because she said that's all I'm good for is paying the bills. That's all. When I quit my job, it was circumstances around that. I had a good paying job.
I got you.
I mean, 20
I know
I was
what's happening.
gone.
I know what's happening. Y'all lucky, because I enjoyed you. Mrs. Graves, what you need to do is be present at all times in the marriage. There is no point at which somebody gets to kick back and let the other person pull the wagon if that wagon is going under. You don't get to stop that. He held your hand when you were sick. He held your hand when you had the gastric bypass. All those 6 unnecessary surgeries is a function of your failure to treat your body as the temple as it is. He held your hand. And now you gonna kick back and watch this man drown in a sea of debt?
Don't be looking at me.
Your Honor, I did not.
The judge is talking.
No. Now take back, Mike.
Squeaks.
I want you to make sure that you haven't begun to live a life that has lived past its expiration date. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't let life expire on you while you're sitting on the couch. I know she's a little too much. I know she's a little over the top, but join her over the top every once in a while because there's joy there. And I know you work really hard, and I know you get really tired, but every once in a while, you know, just take a good, strong sip of what she's got going on and enjoy yourself. So, you know what I mean? So, Mr. Not Right Now, Ms. Not Right Now may give you some eventually. Y'all go on by yourselves and take care of yourselves. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think he does need to do the most changing because when it comes down to it, a happy wife is a happy life.
Even though I don't agree with that, I believe I'm going to do more changing because if I don't, then we'll stay at a standstill, and it takes a big man to get the plan together.